Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Chris Nelson. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Marlin, wahoo, and tuna, beware. The Saipan Fishing Derby turns 40, and the boys and girls were looking to catch. Also tonight, bail set at $100,000 for a local man caught with over 100 grams of ice. And 6 months after a Fina Sisu double murder, police are still waiting for a crime lab report. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
This burger looked at one slice of melted cheese and said, more cheese. It looked at pickles and said, also onions. It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese. If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
Saipan Fishing Derby, one of the best local events of the year, and it's been happening for 4 decades. 2 big days of fishing in the waters surrounding Saipan and Tinian this weekend. Weather was nice. Everybody has their favorite spots depending on wind and sea and weather conditions. With a 6 a.m. start each day at Smiling Cove Marina, it's a race to get out there and try to hook into something big like a marlin.
First day of the derby is pretty cool. Came back in with a marlin and some tuna, cutting it up to share. Day started off with a little bit of action and then got slow as the middays it got hot, and then started to pick up fish again toward the later hours of the derby and got lucky with our marlin on our way in.
Floyd Mosca says there have been some highlights and lowlights over the years.
It's the longest running fishing tournament in the Marianas, by the way. So we're talking about 40 years of tournaments, and we've gone from the heaviest fish of 900 pounder to a 700 pounder and stuff like that. But we've also had some disappointments where they didn't meet the deadline, and of course the fish didn't qualify.
Boats have to bring their catch in by 6 p.m. or it doesn't count.
Well, it's one of those amazing events again that has happened with the Saipan Fishermen Association. We actually had 90 vessels that registered. So 90 vessels went out this morning, and thankfully everybody came back. A lot of marlins were caught today.
David was fishing with his first cousin.
I guess be safe out there and good luck.
Mariah Aldon and family were there to represent her dad, Captain Mel, who passed away in April of this year.
Go Navigators!
On Saturday, Tony Tenorio said the fish weren't really biting, but it was still a good day.
Today's all right, yeah. Not really biting, but yeah, it's all right. Nice day, nice weather.
Tamisha Sablon and Betty Dela Cruz were doing their fishing derby on land.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a pretty hot day, but we've seen an amazing catch, and we're excited to see what the other boats have in store.
They say they are angling to give the public some good information.
currently. We are both summer interns under the Division of Coastal Resources and Management, but over here, as you can see, our booth, we are under the Division of Fish and Wildlife. I'm currently an intern there, but she's under DCRM. But here today, we're doing education and outreach to promote sustainable fishing and as well for just a healthy community out here. And since we're also a part of the Derby, to encourage the kids to take care of their environment, but as well know more about our division as well.
MVA's Martin Duenas is the PR and ad committee chair for the Derby. He says it's been a great 40-year run.
I'd like to thank also the community, especially those that are out there to cheer on our fishermen, and also especially our fishermen from Guam. They've been very, very strong about participating in our derby, so we really appreciate that, and we thank them for coming here for many years now.
One of those Guam boats, captained by Adam Sangil, who says he loves the local hospitality.
Thank you for inviting us up. It's always great to be up here. We try to come up here every year. The community up here is very helpful and securing a slip for us, helping us get a rent-a-car, hotel. So luckily we're able to catch some fish today, share some people that helped us out here. And yeah, we love coming up here, hope to keep coming back up, and thanks to everyone who helps us out.
Jay is part of Team Maya.
Just for everyone going out, good luck.
Leilani Atta was out there on Saturday volunteering.
Derby's been good. It's always the same, a lot of good vibes, a lot of fish, definitely a lot of competition too.
On Sunday, as the clock started winding down, the fish went up on the scales.
Under the billfish is 942 pounds.
37.8.
Biggest marlin and the fish to beat, caught by only reels. They were keeping it real.
Still stands at 211 pounds. And 211 pound only reels. The whole thing is only reels.
Grace was busy asking questions.
The data is to see what kinds of fish that they're catching, how many bags of ice they use, how many people are on the boat, where, the area that they fish, just data to see what kinds of fish they're catching in which areas.
We're Team B-Bank out of the vessel called Papasan. We represent positive vibes, man. We're just out here to have some fun and be with the community. Represent our mom. We went out, we got it just outside of Tinian. We went early, we got it around, I want to say 9:30. And, teamwork, we got it on the boat.
Curtis Danko, big thanks to everybody.
Appreciate it very much. Nice round of applause for Mr. Osano. Thank you. That wraps it up for the Saipan International Fishing Tournament for 40th anniversary. It's been 40 years since this has been happening. We want to thank all our participants, including a nice round of applause for our contingency out of Guam. All the guys out of Guam, nice round of applause.
It's not quite over tonight. It's time to eat at the Pacific Islands Club, and everybody has their favorite catch, and nobody says chicken.
My favorite would definitely be a wahoo, just because that was the first fish I ever caught, and it'll always be my favorite, just from how it is, how it looks like.
Anything, man. Anything that hooks on.
Preferably yellowfin and wahoo.
I enjoy catching whatever bites. I enjoy eating whatever I caught.
Fresh tuna. Yeah, I saw a lot and I wanted to ask, could I have one?
I like everything.
Also tonight, the official results and awards are given out, and a 15-foot boat with an engine will be raffled off. Next Billfish tournament scheduled for September. Bail set at $100,000 this morning for a local man who was arrested at Aiko's Deli in Garapan. Police say James Francisco Basa Camacho was leaving Aiko's Deli last Thursday afternoon when he was spotted by a marshal who called 911.
They had a bench warrant out for him. The individual didn't show up for drug court, and DPS brought him in.
Police responded, placed Camacho under arrest, and asked him if they could search his bag. Police say he was read his Miranda rights and transported to DOC, where Camacho was booked and detained. Inside the bag, a Pelican case, which had crystal meth, Ziploc bags, cash, a weight scale, glass pipe, lighter, Q-tips, and cut up straws.
It was on his person. He was Miranda right. He was read his Miranda rights from what I was gathering, and he was brought in, and at that point when you're coming in, the consent to search goes out the window, right? It's all bets are off. You're coming in, you're getting processed, you're subject to search.
Is that amount indicative of someone who's selling?
I'll leave that. I'll go ahead and default the question to Commissioner Macronis.
The initial that I was informed that he was stopped based on a bench warrant and was taken to custody. The officer were asking for consent to search his person and his property. He refused. So we're able to secure some of the stuff that you see until we get into the facility where, also his refusal to search, we use the facility to open up what he has, and that's how these things were found.
James Camacho is 35 years old. He appeared in front of Judge Joseph Camacho this morning in Superior Court, who set a preliminary hearing for 4 days from now on July 19th at 10 a.m. in the morning. He was remanded into custody, and again, bail set at $100,000. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
I love Marianne's coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month. Plus, a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Release has been denied for a Chinese man who was arrested after claiming a UPS package that authorities say was filled with over a pound of crystal meth. Authorities intercepted over a pound of ice that came through a parcel delivery. The drugs were hidden in a box inside this Bluetooth speaker, and Customs found the drugs after an X-ray showed an anomaly. Total weight, 1.1 pounds. Street value estimated at about $150,000. Arrested was Zhuguang Li, and he has been charged with attempted possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute. Li was also arrested back in 2013 and sentenced to 5 years of prison time. This is in local court for illegal possession of just over a gram of ice. He's been without status for over a decade. Customs Chief Jose Mofnis says the drugs came in from an address in Monterey, California. It's the second large shipment of ice intercepted in recent weeks. Lee is being represented by attorney Bruce Berline, who argued for his release late last week in front of Magistrate Judge Heather Kennedy. Lee appeared in front of the judge with an interpreter, but Kennedy decided to keep Lee in custody. A preliminary hearing is currently scheduled for later this month. The investigation still pending for a double murder that happened at the former Ladera International School earlier this year. 57-year-old Wang Jindong and 52-year-old Liu Xiuping were murdered here at their home in Finisusu on January the 4th. Police processed the scene. Captain Jeffrey Olapai said in March of this year that they sent evidence off to the Guam Forensic Lab for analysis.
Once the results come back, then we should have something more solid to share.
Olapai also said they do have a lead, but isn't able to speak more pending the results from the lab.
We've interviewed just about every person that has been mentioned that we came across during the investigation. And we're already at the phase where we've collected everything that we have identified as a viable piece of evidence and sent it off to the lab.
DPS does not have its own crime lab, and they rely on Guam, California, Virginia, or Hawaii for forensic processing. It's now July, and DPS commissioner says they are still waiting for results.
In regards to that, Chris, the evidence are still being processed. It's not on our hands, and it's off at the laboratory outside of the CNMI, and we're still waiting for results of that. As I said previously before, that some of this evidence that are being looked at by criminals would take time, either 6 to a year. So again, we're still anxiously waiting for result, and it won't be long soon that we'll get that result soon.
Dong and his domestic partner were murdered at the former Ladera International School apartment, which has fallen into disrepair. Liu Xiuping was a teacher here at this Chinese school in the Chinatown area. Dong had a run-in with police in 2010, and he filed a complaint of police brutality after he says he was mistaken for a man wanted for drugs. KSPN interviewed Dong at that time, and he says he was attacked by then DPS officer Jesse DeBrawl, and he explained that through a translator that after cooking dinner on October the 18th of 2010 around 9:30 p.m. he was walking across the second floor terrace when two police officers, one male and one female, shined a flashlight up at him, yelled for him to get down on the ground. Dong says the male officer approached him and he was hit on the head with the butt of the officer's handgun, then kicked and handcuffed. He says the officer searched his wallet for his identification. Then he was shown a picture of the wanted suspect, a wanted ice dealer by the name of Ju Ding Kui, who police put into custody. Dong says a while later he was uncuffed and was brought to the hospital in an ambulance. Dong showed us the staples in his head the doctor applied to keep his scalp together. Dong did file a formal complaint with the Department of Public Safety alleging assault and battery and assault with a dangerous weapon. Police do say that this is an active murder investigation. If you have any information on the double homicide that occurred, you can call 911 or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 670-234-7272.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to show you a Bulgarian split squat, a fantastic lower body exercise that should be a main staple in your training. Now the first thing we want to address is the rear foot placement. Now whether it's toes on or toes off, just find what's comfortable for you. The bigger issue we want to tackle is the height of the box or bench. You see, when you set up on a box or a bench that's too high, that inherently puts an aggressive stretch on the front of your hip. Oftentimes that sensation will take away from the working leg, the leg that's on the floor. And when you start to add load in this faulty position, you're bound to run into some problems, particularly if you got some mobility restrictions. So Jamila's gonna set up, she's gonna descend with control, and from there just stand tall.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week. Rainy season creeping up on us. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers, east winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, lows around 79. Tuesday, partly sunny with scattered showers, east winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, highs around 87. Chance of showers listed at 30%. And tomorrow night, chance of showers at 40%. Wednesday, chance of showers at 50%. Heat index today, 106. That's the temperature it feels like when you combine the temperature with the humidity. That humidity as of this afternoon at 66%. Sunset tonight at 6:51.